Morimoto has been working on a new series of the Morimoto XB LED headlights, and today I have one of the very first ones in production. This is for the 15 to 17 Ford F-150, and today I'm going to show you guys how to install it and just how much better it is compared to the factory halogen headlights. Now the first step in getting these headlights installed in your vehicle is removing the old ones. Go ahead and pop the hood. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this install on the passenger side of the truck. The first thing we need to do is remove this plastic fastener right here. You can use a flat pry tool under the center section right here. Pry up on it and remove it. Set it off to the side. The next step is to crouch down by the wheel liner here and remove these two screws. They're 7mm screws. You can reach in there with a ratchet. At this point, we can pull that painted piece away from the bottom of the headlight, peel it toward you, it'll release from the clips. After you've released it from the fender area, work your way toward the grill and just continue to gently pull it toward you. Just like that, set off to the side. Now back in the wheel liner, there's this little plastic clip similar to the one we removed earlier. Using your flat pry tool, remove it. Set it off to the side. After removing that plastic clip from right here, we've got a handful of 10mm bolts over here we need to remove. We've got one up here, and a few up front. While you're crouched down, go ahead and remove these 10mm bolts. Next, we've got these front 3 10mm bolts here, and we've got this one single 8mm bolt over here. At this point, you can pull this black plastic piece off and we can head up to the top of the headlight. On the top of the headlight, there are 2 bolts, both 10mm in size. Remove those. Now there's one final bolt here to remove. It's a little bit of a tricky one, and it's along the side of the headlight here. You can use a 6-inch extension and a 10mm socket to get to it. Reach in from the side. At this point, with all the bolts removed, you can pull the headlight out and disconnect the harness from the back. Go ahead and disconnect the turn signal. You can leave the socket attached to the vehicle. You will reuse this with these particular Morimoto headlights. Unplug this connector and unplug your marker light in the upper corner here. Now before we get rid of our stock headlights, we need to take a piece off of them first. On the bottom of the headlight is a bracket. It is held on by 3 T25 Torx screws, and you can remove them at this time. Now with that bracket removed, you can set this headlight off to the side. Reinstalling the bracket onto your new XB headlight is very simple. They've got the mounting provisions on the bottom of the headlight, just like the OEM headlight had. And start the screws. Now we've got a full tabletop review coming out on these exact headlights in just a little bit, but I just want to cover some of the cool features for you guys if you're this far in the video and you haven't totally decided just yet. They've still got that super bright outer DRL that you saw in the last model of Morimoto XB LED headlights. The ones that have been out for a couple of years, they're extremely popular, and a lot of people asked Morimoto to produce a slightly less expensive version that has a lot of the same features, a lot of the same insane brightness that we've come to expect from those guys, but at a little bit better price point for those of us who don't want to spend the big bucks on the main line of XB headlights. That is this headlight here. Being that this is the more affordable version of the XB LED headlight, we've only got the 2 projectors in it, one on top, one on bottom, and as you're about to see, they are still insanely bright. They're still a tremendous upgrade over stock, especially halogen. They do utilize the factory turn signal bulb in the center. Now, a lot of you guys are going to do this work and you don't want to reinstall a halogen bulb back into your truck. No problem, we've got the GTR Lighting carbide CAN bus bulbs. I'll show you guys before and after what they look like in this headlight, just so you can make the best decision possible. They are a tremendous upgrade and they really dress the headlight up. These headlights do have the LED side markers on the inside here. They look super clean, and overall they've got the nice blacked out look that we've come to expect from Morimoto. They look super clean on these trucks, and I really personally love them. I run these on my F-150 as well. You've probably seen on our channel. Couldn't say enough good things about them, and I can't wait to see how well these do on these 15 to 17 trucks. Now, when people hear the words inexpensive or slightly more affordable, they automatically tend to assume that a sacrifice was made somewhere, and from what I've seen today, that's absolutely not the case. These are still backed by the 5-year warranty, just like the premium XB LED headlights that we've been selling for many years. We really don't see any trouble with these headlights to begin with, and I don't expect any with this newer lineup. Now that we've got the bracket installed, there's one more thing we need to do to get these headlights working properly in this vehicle. We need to run a DRL harness. That allows this outer strip of LEDs to power up with ignition, and it gives it that super modern look. It's a super easy install. I'll show you guys how to do it. The next step in the install is installing the DRL fuse tap. First, remove the fuse box lid and installing our DRL fuse tap harness. It's very simple. We're going to be installing it at fuse 113. It's this one right here. We're removing this far back fuse right here. At this point, we can install our fuse tap. It looks just like this. And this harness has 2 wires coming off of it. One runs to your passenger headlight, one runs to your driver's side headlight, and plugs into the back of the headlight. It's very simple, very easy to route. We can reinstall our lid over this wire and it won't be any trouble. Plugging in the Morimoto XB headlight to your factory wiring is extremely simple. This plug goes to the black plug, clicks together perfectly. Your DRL harness runs to this blue wire right here, just like that. This 2-pin connector is your marker light. At this point, you have a decision to make. You can simply reinstall your halogen 7443 front turn signal bulb that your truck came with, and it will work just fine. However, you're probably not doing all of this work to then reinstall a halogen bulb. So, I highly recommend the GTR Lighting Carbide CAN Bus 2.0 bulbs. They plug in just like this. They are resistor free, you do not need to splice any wiring, and they give you a very cool switchback feature. You can also do amber if you'd prefer, but these switchback bulbs really dress up this headlight, and they're not a ton of money. The turn signal reinstalls in almost the exact same place that your factory bulb did on your other headlight, and at this point we can install the headlight into the vehicle. As you can see, the headlight fits in exactly like the original one did. Looks great. Go ahead and reassemble the truck, and let's see how much better these are compared to stock. Now, this is what your stock F-150 low beam looks like. It came in at 290 maximum lux. Lux is the most useful way to measure exactly how bright or how dim a particular set of headlights are. And in this case, 290 is not great. I get why you guys are here. I get why you're watching this video. Let's see how the XB LED headlights can do on the low beam. Now, my favorite part about the Morimoto XB headlights is that distinct cutoff line that they've got. We've got a nice hot spot in the center. These came in at 850 maximum lux. Compared to 290, this is quite an upgrade for you. Not only is the style a significant improvement over stock, but these things are insanely bright. Now, here's what your stock high beam looks like. The F-150 actually comes with a pretty good stock high beam. It came in at 820 maximum lux. Let's check out the XB headlights. Now, if you thought the stock high beam was decent, the XB LED high beam comes in at 2,500 maximum lux. As you can see, we've got a significant increase in brightness right in the center. We've picked up some flood up above. If you need a good high beam at night, flying down a dark road, this is the option for you. The XB headlights from Morimoto are one of my favorite upgrades because not only are they significantly brighter than stock, but they transform the front of the truck as well. And they also offer the fog lights for this truck. We've covered those in other videos. I highly recommend them. They've got that same blacked out look. It completely transforms the front of your F-150. We've got a handful of other products for the rear of the truck as well. So if you've got a truck like this, you want to brighten it up, you want to upgrade it, click the subscribe button below. We got a lot of videos coming out and you have to see them.